Love exploring massive open worlds, discovering hidden secrets, and diving into unforgettable adventures? From action-packed journeys to immersive RPGs, there's a lot to explore. In this video, we're counting down the top open world games available right now on PlayStation Plus, Extra, and Premium. Forspoken is an open world action game with fast-paced, magic-powered movement and combat. You play as Frey Holland, a young woman from New York who is transported to the fantasy world of Athea. With help from a talking armband named Cuff, she learns powerful spells and swift parkour to battle enemies and explore. The best part is the movement. Running, jumping, and gliding feels smooth and exhilarating. Combat is flashy, with Frey using various magic attacks to defeat foes. However, the story and characters feel weak, and the world can seem empty and repetitive. Side activities lack depth, which may lead to boredom. If you love fluid movement and magic battles, it's worth trying, but don't expect a rich story or engaging world. No More Heroes 3 is an action game where you play as Travis Touchdown and fight crazy bosses. The boss battles are fun, but the open world feels empty. Instead of exciting levels, you do boring mini-games and repeat fights, which can be annoying. The game also has some performance problems that make it less smooth to play. However, if you enjoy weird humor and strange stories, you might still like it. It's not a perfect game, but fans of Suda51's style will find good moments. Hardcore fans will have fun, but new players might not enjoy the open world experience as much. Dynasty Warriors 9 lets you play as a strong warrior fighting thousands of enemies in huge battles. For the first time, the game has an open world with a big map based on ancient China. Combat is fun with new attacks that add some variety. However, the open world feels empty with long travel times and little to do. Missions become repetitive and the game removes multiplayer, which was important in past games. The story is not very engaging and the voice acting is weak. If you enjoy big battles and flashy combat, you might have fun. Watch Dogs Legion is one of the most creative open-world games, offering a unique twist. You can play as anyone. Each character has different skills, making every mission feel fresh and unpredictable. Set in a futuristic London, you join a hacker group fighting against a high-tech dictatorship. The villains are engaging, but most of your allies are forgettable, except for Bagley, the witty AI who constantly cracks jokes. Missions can be tackled in multiple ways, from hacking and stealth to all-out combat. For added challenge, permadeath mode means lost characters stay gone, though recruiting replacements is easy. While some features from past Watch Dogs games are missing, it remains a fun, innovative experience for fans of hacking and action. Stranded Deep is a survival game where you crash into the Pacific Ocean with no rescue in sight. You must gather resources, craft tools, and build shelters to stay alive. Watch your hunger, thirst, and health while avoiding dangers like sharks, storms, and giant sea creatures. The open world has many islands, shipwrecks, and secrets to explore. You can build a raft, grow food, and fight strong bosses for rare reward. Each playthrough is different because the world changes every time. You can also play with a friend using online or split-screen co-op. The game even has a map editor to create and share islands. If you like survival, crafting, and adventure, this is a great game to try. Prey is a standout game with a gripping story and a spooky, immersive atmosphere. Its large map, though sometimes feeling small, is packed with activities for completionists. Managing your inventory adds to the challenge, making every decision count. The game looks and sounds fantastic with impressive world building and fun combat, especially when using special abilities. The story and levels are well crafted but require your attention to fully enjoy. With plenty of powers and weapons to choose from, Prey offers multiple ways to play. Exploring its detailed world is rewarding, enhanced by great graphics and music. If you enjoy horror games with open-world elements, The Evil Within 2 is a great choice. You play as Detective Sebastian Castellanos, trapped in the eerie town of Union, filled with terrifying monsters and dark secrets. While the story starts slow, it becomes much more engaging in the second half. Unlike most horror games, The Evil Within 2 lets you explore at your own pace. Combat is challenging, with limited ammo forcing you to choose between fighting or sneaking past enemies. Though Sebastian isn't the most compelling protagonist, the game's chilling atmosphere, disturbing creatures, and intense survival gameplay make it a must-play horror experience. In Space Engineers, you can build spaceships, space stations, and bases on planets or in space. The game has two modes: creative mode, where you can build freely, and survival mode, where you must mine resources, manage power, and stay alive. With realistic physics, mistakes can break your ship apart. You can play alone or with up to 16 players, either working together or competing. The game has massive planets, asteroid fields, and an endless universe to explore. With mod support and community content, there's always something new to try. Dead Island 2 is all about fast-paced, over-the-top zombie slaying. Combat feels smooth and satisfying, with slow-motion attacks that make every hit impactful. You can customize your character with skill cards, though some feel more useful than others. Side missions help keep the gameplay fresh and varied. Visually, the game strikes a balance between realism and a stylized cartoon look. The zombie details are impressive, and the gore system makes every weapon feel unique, showing different types of damage in gruesome detail. The story is silly but entertaining, adding to the game's fun tone. While not perfect, Dead Island 2 delivers exciting gameplay, solid combat mechanics, and fantastic visuals, making it a great choice for zombie action fans. Ghost Recon Wildlands is a tactical shooter set in a huge version of Bolivia, where you and your team fight a dangerous cartel. The world has jungles, mountains, and deserts that change how you play. You can sneak or go in guns blazing, it's your choice. The shooting feels great, and the AI teammates aren't very exciting. Vehicle controls, especially helicopters, can be frustrating, and enemy variety is limited. Still, with friends, it's a fun open-world shooter worth playing. Riders Republic is an adrenaline-packed game that lets you race, perform tricks, and explore a vast open world using bikes, snowboards, skis, and wingsuits. The stunning environment is filled with thrilling challenges, ensuring endless excitement. One of its standout features is the chaotic yet exhilarating 64-player multiplayer races, where fast-paced action keeps you on the edge. The gameplay is easy to pick up, always engaging and full of energy. While some events could be more polished and occasional glitches appear, the overall experience is incredibly fun. Microtransactions exist, but are purely cosmetic, meaning no pay-to-win mechanics. If you're after a fast, thrilling sports game, Riders Republic is a fantastic choice. Sonic Frontiers lets you run freely across big open islands instead of small levels. You can explore at high speed, solve puzzles, and fight enemies. Running around feels great. You can jump, grind on rails, and find secrets. The combat is better than before, with new attacks, skill upgrades, and exciting boss fights. Turning into Supersonic to battle huge enemies is a highlight. However, you need to collect many items to progress, which can feel repetitive. The story takes time to get interesting, but has great moments for long-time Sonic fans. There are some performance issues and mixed visuals, but it's still one of the best 3D Sonic games in years. If you love Sonic and open-world games, try it. Grand Theft Auto 5 immerses you in the vast world of Los Santos, where you control three protagonists, Michael, Franklin, and Trevor, each with unique stories and abilities. The narrative satirizes modern America, highlighting themes of greed and corruption with dark humor. Improved controls, including smoother driving and an intuitive cover system, make gameplay satisfying. Beyond main missions, the open world offers countless activities, and replayable heists let you tackle objectives in different ways. The in-game radio adds to the experience with sharp commentary and diverse music. While the humor can be blunt, it fits the game's tone. The visuals are stunning, though occasional frame rate drops and glitches occur. The Outer Worlds is a first-person RPG where you awaken from cryosleep to find a colony controlled by ruthless corporations. Your choices shape the story. Fight the system or become part of it. The game blends retro-futuristic aesthetics with flexible combat, allowing you to shoot, sneak, or use bizarre science weapons, like shrinking enemies or making them turn against each other. The story is packed with sharp, dark humor and quirky side quests, from toothpaste experiments to labor strikes. Your companions, including the kind-hearted Parvati, energetic Felix, and cynical Vicar Max, bring depth to the adventure. While the level cap is 36 and exploration is more limited than Fallout, The Outer Worlds offers a fantastic mix of storytelling, humor, and engaging gameplay. Batman: Arkham Knight is set in a dark, detailed Gotham City. Combat is smooth and fast, allowing Batman to take down groups of enemies with counters and gadgets. The city is also filled with side missions, secrets, and villains like Two-Face and Penguin. Traversal is exciting with Batman's gliding, while the Batmobile adds high-speed chases and combat. However, some puzzle sections using the Batmobile can feel frustrating. The story explores Batman's relationships with his allies with great performances from Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill. Like Ghosts of Tsushima, the game features battles against multiple enemies, requiring skill and strategy. The Forgotten City is a mystery game with great storytelling. It began as a Skyrim mod but became a full game with a deeper story and more details. You are trapped in an ancient Roman city where the golden rule turns anyone who commits a crime into solid gold. To solve the mystery, you must talk to people, find clues, and use a time loop to restart the day if needed. The game has amazing writing and interesting characters, but there isn't much combat. Instead, you explore, solve puzzles, and use a special bow that turns objects into gold. It's a short game, about 10 hours, but its story, choices, and multiple endings make it a great open-world adventure. Tom Clancy's The Division 2 is an action-packed shooter set in a detailed version of Washington, D.C. You fight dangerous enemies to take back the city. The combat feels exciting and there is lots of loot to collect. You can play alone, but it's more fun with friends. There is always something to do like exploring, fighting, or upgrading gear. However, the PvP mode and the Dark Zone, where players fight for rare loot, are not very exciting. Also, after finishing the main story, the extra content can feel repetitive. Still, The Division 2 is one of the best online shooters. If you enjoy teaming up, upgrading gear, and battling through a massive open world, it is a great game to try. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt is a massive RPG with a richly detailed open world. The main story follows Geralt as he searches for his lost love and daughter, though it can feel repetitive with too many fetch quests. However, the game shines in its side quests and exploration, offering a world full of depth and intrigue. The stunning environment, complete with dynamic weather and a day/night cycle, makes the world feel alive. Combat is smooth, and Geralt's progression is rewarding as you unlock new potions, magic abilities, and upgrades. Your choices have real consequences, adding weight to the experience. While technical issues exist, especially on consoles, The Witcher 3 remains one of the best RPGs, rewarding those who dive beyond the main story. Dying Light 2 Stay Human is an open-world zombie game where you run, jump, and fight through a ruined city. The best part is the parkour. It feels smooth and fun as you climb buildings, leap across rooftops, and use tools like a paraglider. During the day, you explore and complete missions, but at night, zombies become stronger and more dangerous. The combat is exciting, with many weapons to craft and use, though fighting humans can feel too easy. The city has side quests, interesting characters, and factions to interact with. However, the main story and main character, Aiden, are not very memorable, and your choices don't change much. The game has bugs and glitches, but if you enjoy parkour, zombie survival, and exploring, it's still fun. Infamous Second Son is an exciting open-world superhero game with stunning graphics and fun combat. You play as Delsin Rowe, a rebellious young man who suddenly gets powerful abilities. Fighting and moving feels smooth, and unlocking new powers makes it even better. Early jumping and climbing can be tricky, but it improves as you progress. The story focuses on Delsin and his brother, making it feel real. Troy Baker does a great job as Delsin, though the story is simple and doesn't use side characters much. And that wraps up our list of the best open world games on PlayStation Plus Extra and Premium. Whether you're exploring vast landscapes, battling fierce enemies, or uncovering hidden secrets, these games offer endless adventures. Which one is your favorite? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more gaming content. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you the next one.